Well, this is a new one. I'm working on another NB Toys Santa. This is one of the old ones where the eyes, the LEDs pretty much, they don't have any kind of receptacle or anything. They're just glued with hot glue, so eventually they come off and I have to super glue them instead. Um, and the wheels have the big teeth and they're rubbery. Those are some huge ass teeth. And then the candle itself is connected to the motor, so that's why I call it the steady candle version. The tag has these big letters. They're pretty big. They're not usually this big. But yeah. And of course, the pink body with the screw hole in the back, which usually in newer ones, the screw hole is actually at the front. Well, new ones, I mean like every single one after these. But what struck me is that when I pulled the electronics out of the head, there were two musical chips. What the hell? This is not. I'm sorry, I'm not making this up. This is something that I just pulled out of the Santa's head. This is the chip that's giving it the music. And this seems to be another chip that probably had an issue or something, which I may have experienced in the past or not. But it is another musical chip. It's pretty much another 3-song chip. But as you can see, the negative for the speaker is just a loose wire. There's nothing connected to it. Because everything is connected to this one, which seems to be a higher quality chip. And it's the very first time I see it. It's 2W, I think, or MS. No, 2W028. I'm not exactly sure why they did this, but it's pretty cool. It's and this is the full 3-song chip where all the three, well, the first and the third song are a bit longer than usual. It's got the this is 9030 13 again, sorry, or what is it? No, 9014. It's a 9014 transistor. These usually have a 9013, I think. Yep, 9013. Like I said, this should work, or it shouldn't, because that's probably why they shoved this one in there. But we'll try it out. We'll see what happens. I'll try to, desolder the wires and see what goes on. But I feel like I know why they did this. So first, even before I get to do this, I want to show exactly what they did. Because of course, this was playing music. And it was playing it from this one. So the positive and the negative from this one go to the positive and the negative of this one. And then you have a wire, I believe it's, this is a red wire over here that's connected to the positive. Pretty much, and I just noticed this, every single wire for connecting this is actually there. Because you have main positive and main speaker positive. In this case, you only need this one, because that's the positive to turn this one on. And you don't really have to connect any speaker or anything to it. But again, that's so weird. So what they did was they just said, hey, you know what? Maybe this chip has an issue or something, and they just connected everything in parallel and disabled the speaker. They disconnected the speaker, and that's weird. But I feel like I know why. And of course, negative, there's just a single negative that goes to this chip, and they just connected the other one to it. Interesting stuff. Well, let's take this one out and see if it works. Right, so I soldered these two wires for now, and this is pretty much what it plays with this one. That's pretty much what this one plays. But now we'll see what this one plays. I'm gonna take these wires off and connect them there. Okay, so it's not working for some reason, but everything's connected where it's supposed to go. So that's probably why they did that. Maybe this was dead on arrival and they just didn't know what exactly to do, so they just connected another chip. That's probably the reason. But it's pretty interesting nonetheless. And what just happened? Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I shorted the wires. But yeah, it's pretty much everything with this one. Seems to be one of those where it has the average 3 songs just like this one. I'm not sure. But it's pretty interesting. how they do these things. But yeah, that's about it. That's another insight in the world of Ningbo Tianyi Santa Clauses.